What's up, guys? I'm Tim Gettys. This is Nick Scarpino, who's here for no other reason than to add some color commentary and make things fun.
A little Nick in our lives.
But here we got Alfredo Diaz. He's here for some real reasons. One of them being to promote his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Alfredo Plays, which you should definitely check out. The other reason being you are a big fan of Evolve.
Yeah.
And you got to go play the new DLC.
Exactly.
And here you are reporting back to us on why Evolve matters still and why you should go back to playing.
So Evolve is one of those games that when it was first released and shown and talked about, it was just, it was very interesting. Everyone was like on board. They were hyped about it. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden it just alpha after alpha, then beta after beta. And the game came out, and I had this worry, and it kind of just came true that, the game came out and then it just wasn't, there wasn't much to it after like a couple weeks. I was like, okay, like I had fun. It was an awesome 2 weeks, and it's like, all right, cool, I'm done with it.
So similar to Titanfall and Destiny.
I can't say that because I've played like 800 hours of each game, I do get the other side.
Well, more similar to Titanfall than Destiny.
Yeah, more similar to Titanfall, where it's just like this. It's cool, at its core, gameplay awesome, but there's just not too much meat there. Sure. So I went to go check out the new DLC content, and just an overview. It comes with a new monster, called the Behemoth. We'll go into that in a second. You get 2 new maps. And
I'm trying to figure out which one of your penises I'm going to call that. No,
all right, either one. I'm down.
Probably going to be Kevin's penis. Kevin's penis. The Behemoth.
New monster, 2 new maps, and then 4 new hunters. I was glad and happy. Like, I was surprised. I was glad and happy to play Evolve again, because with this new, with the new DLC pack, you get the sense of like they're done trying to explain to people what the game is. And trying to keep it like at its, trying to really keep it at its core, where it's like, all right, here's the kind of like, here's all the characters and they very similar to each other. You know what I mean? Now with these new set of hunters, they're like, you can tell they're really trying to experiment with the game and they're having fun with it. But let's jump into.
You got notes. Look at
I got notes. There was just so much to talk about.
But let's run down it.
So
journalism.
Yeah. So one of the core things that they're doing with the DLC, which I was really, really happy with, is that they're not trying to separate the community, right? So when you get games like Call of Duty, it's like, well, all right, new map pack comes out. Well, there's only this specific playlist that you can play that new map, right? And then you get this separate community, and then eventually it's just like, well, why'd I buy a new map pack? None of my, there's that one guy, like, Tim, you don't have it. Me and Nick have it, so we're not going to play the new map anymore, right? And so the thing about this, it's like, if you don't have the new characters, like, you can still play with them or against them. You know what I mean? You don't have to have the new DLC, but you can all still be together, right? So I think
how does that work with map packs? Cool. Map packs. Jesus, my brain just took a shit. Oh Christ, I'm getting old. How does that work then if you're playing and they have elements that you don't have?
So I was just trying to take in all this information. So it's probably going to be either one of 2 ways. There will either be like a specific. I'd have to do a specific playlist. It just might not come up on the actual rotation.
Gotcha. I see.
If so you don't have the map,
you just physically can't play it.
It just won't come up on the rotation.
Got it.
But I mean, the big thing though is the monster or the hunters, right? So if you have the Behemoth, if you have the DLC and you're using the new Behemoth, like, even though we don't have it, like, we can still play against you and have that experience, right?
Right. Oh, that makes sense. I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, but we can't play as the monster, but we can experience playing against
Gotcha.
them.
Okay, that's actually smart marketing.
Which is
I want that monster.
Super smart. But
Behemoth.
Getting into the monster. So the Behemoth, this guy is set on he is large and he is just power. It's this big rock monster, pretty much, and heavy, powerful. The way he traverses the land is he rolls around. He goes into like a little ball, a huge ball, and rolls around. God damn it!
This is so perfect. No, I knew I picked the right one. It's definitely Kevin.
He is slower than all the other creatures, but he has more armor. He has more health. He is twice as large as the current biggest monster, the Goliath. So he is huge.
Twice
as large. Yeah. And then he has an interesting set of attacks. So one is like a lava bomb. So he'll throw out like a lava bomb, and then everything on the ground set on fire. And then he has a tongue grab. So if you're super far away, he can like Kevin's right there. I could just grab him and pull him towards me and then start beating the hell out of him. Then he has this fissure attack where he essentially just kind of like slams the ground and it,
breaks open and shit.
Yeah, breaks open. And
classic fissure attack.
Yeah, classic. And then he has this he has this rock wall, which is pretty cool, where he essentially just brings up this giant rock wall, and it like walls off and shields off things, and it just creates like this cool like rhythm of like combos. So there's this one point where I actually I pulled someone in, then rock walled off the rest of his team and just started pounding away at this guy. Or since he's slower, you can just rock wall and then try to roll away. So it's like all these. Instantly, I was like, cool. Like here's
Can we call that the rock and
the
roll?
rock and roll.
Yes, you can call it that. I'll allow that.
One of the interesting things about this character, he's pretty like since he doesn't jump around. The way he traverses the lands by rolling. You usually want to stick closer to the ground and have like a really clear long line of sight, so you can just keep rolling away. It's just really funny.
Rolling.
But yeah, he has roughly 30% more health than the other monsters, and he's just physically slower. Long range melee reach. Like I said before, twice as large as the Goliath. But yeah, that's a new monster. And
Was he fun though?
He was fun. He was really cool.
Did you enjoy playing as the other monsters?
I did. Yeah.
Who was your favorite? Was Frankenstein there?
Ooh, I like the Wraith, but he's a little overpowered right now.
Is there a werewolf?
He's balancing. There's no werewolf.
Damn it.
That'd be sick.
It'd be dope though. It's just a small werewolf.
I'd probably say like Goliath.
You can't fuck with him unless you have a silver bullet. And you're like the guy with silver
You
bullet.
have to get the silver bullet.
Should have dodged that shit. You're like, you're not gonna dodge me.
So we have 4 new hunters. One's named Torvald. He's the assault. He has an auto shotty. He has a shrapnel kind of like device that covers the enemies in weak spots, up to like 10 weak spots. 50% damage bonus, so that's actually pretty huge. He has a mortar cannon that's like sits on his back, and like you just kind of like just small little like portable mortars. Lead the target with that one, and he has like a personal shield. So that guy's pretty cool. One of the things just before I get into the other hunters is that they really gave like personalities to these guys, and it was pretty cool because usually it's like we have humans and maybe like a robot, but like the medic is like this like half human, like half bug, because it's like DNA like structure. Yeah, it's just there's just more of an intricate like story to each character, which is pretty cool.
Interesting.
Then you have so speaking of the medic, you have Slim the medic. He looks like an alien, but was human at one point. DNA was spliced with humans. There you go. Combat medic. He has a leech gun. So the medic is very interesting. Usually it's like your main goal is to heal, but with him it's like the more damage you do with your leech gun, the faster you can heal people.
It's like Leech Seed in Pokemon.
Yeah, so he has like a gun, and like you do more damage to
Squirtle.
No, not Bulbasaur.
Squirtle.
Kevin looks like Squirtle.
Kevin is Squirtle.
Yeah, but so it's really interesting because he's a medic, but the more damage you do to the monster, the quicker you can heal your teammates over and over again. So that's cool. Then you have a spore cloud, which is actually pretty interesting. You toss this cloud, and the monster is not able to like sniff and get the outline of where the hunters are at. So you can use that to like toss that at him, and then he won't be able to see where everyone's at, which is really interesting. He has a healing drone that he sends out, and he goes and heals people. Then you have Sunny, who's a support. It's the first female support character. She has a shield drone. It's a drone that you kind of just place down, and then within a large radius, it kind of at one person at a time, it just shields people. So that's pretty cool. What else we got here? Oh, she has a field booster, which is actually pretty sick. So the way you traverse the land as hunters is that you have this jetpack, but the jetpack has fuel, and it runs out fairly quickly, right? But she has this ability to essentially like set your jetpack into overdrive. So if you're the hunter and you're like following the monster, more than likely he'll get away, right? Because usually you want to just cut off the monster. But what I can do is use that to supercharge your jetpack, and you can slingshot like to stay after him. So you just consistently like
It's
hunting
like Attack
him
on
down.
Titan.
Yeah, kind of like
Right,
Attack
I
on
like
Titan.
that.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, exactly. What else? She has a mini nuke grenade launcher, which is awesome. It's like this arc thing that travels slow. What else? That's the biggest single shot damage gun in the game, and then she has a cloak, which is pretty cool. And then my favorite character, which is Crow, he's the trapper. This is the first time they're introducing a dual fire mode in the game. But so he has this long rifle, which you can either he has this rifle that you just shoot really fast, and it just does a lot of damage, or you can charge it and then take a shot. The interesting thing about charging and taking a shot is that the monster has two layers, right? He has the shield, and then he has the health. And usually what happens is you have to like blow through his shield, then you can get to his health. But with
Trapper Keeper.
Yeah, with the Trapper Crow, you can charge that shot and it goes directly into his health. So it's like this new interesting dynamic. What else? He has, of course, the mobile arena for trapping, and then he has a stasis gun, and he has this cool little. So like all the trappers have like this little intricate like thing about them that allows them to kind of like track the monster. One has sensors, the other one has like a little pet like dog thing. It's like a monster dog looking thing. Anyways, this guy has this little cool pal named Gobi. He's like a little bat that like sits like on your shoulders.
He's a Squirtle.
No,
That's
not how Squirtle works.
That's not what a Squirtle is?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
Maybe a Zubat.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Zubat, 100%.
Yeah.
so what does the Zubat do?
So what happens with Gobi is that you get a clear line of sight and you just toss him and he just goes straight and he pings the areas as it's going. And so it's just really, really interesting. Like, I don't know. So just playing it, like I wanted to play more and I was like, oh, like I back to enjoying Evolve again, which was really, really cool.
Do you think this is going to get you back into the series just for a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long? I don't know, but I'm definitely going to be back in like playing Evolve, which is
cool.
Pretty cool. Lastly, just to wrap it up, you get 2 new maps. One's a Broken Hill mine, which is pretty cool. Another one's a Broken Hill. It's called like Broken Hill Foundries. So that's cool. There's just new ways of they're like one's a smaller map, where usually they're larger, but this one's smaller and just different layers. And then we took a look at the like esports mode, which is typical stuff. Like you can outline characters, you get a different point of views, all the health and stuff like that. So.
That sounds good. I'm excited that you're excited about Evolve again because you had for a long time. I remember you were excited and then it came out and you're just like, I'm over it.
It just got to the point where just like there's so many alphas and betas, and I was like, oh, the game came out. I was like, I've played this. Like I've already done like 40 hours in this game, and like even though there are different game modes which are fun and interesting, I was like, I've done the core of this already.
Awesome.
So I don't know. Sorry. Yeah, I ranted off a lot.
No, it's good.
Right.
That's very good information. My brain glossed over a little bit, but I'm back to reality now. That's good.
Back to reality. Ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think of Evolve in the comments below. And stay tuned to twitch.tv/Alfredo Plays. I'm sure you're going to be streaming the DLC when it comes out.
Yeah. For you guys that are still catching up, I stream on my personal channel, but then every once in a while I stream over on the Kind of Funny Guys to give you guys some night content.
At twitch.tv/kindoffunnygames. Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what it is.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Cool. We say a lot of things all
We
the
do
time.
say a
I
lot
don't
of
remember.
shit. We have like 8 channels.
Kind of
Anyways.
funny vids, kind of funny games.
How's Behemoth doing, Kevin?
A little sweaty, a little staunchy.
All right, cool. Till next
You
time.
smell like corn nuts still?
Bye-bye.
Bye.